don't know if the audio is coming through this end. Let's check. I have to excuse me also. I'm kind of sick. Kinda as in really sick. I've been sick for like 2 weeks now. It's been rough. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, yes. One, two, three, 1, yes. Hopefully that's enough, because if I yell, I'm gonna destroy your ear. No, the music is too high. I don't think many people are gonna come around, but that's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. Kind of wish I didn't have to listen to this music in particular. Nothing against it, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't feel like listening to Undertale right now. But it's the only thing that I know that it's not gonna take down my stream. Kind of have a headache also. Probably from the sick. From the sick, yes, the sick. Goodness gracious, people, I have the sick. It's like I'm dying of death. Such a tragic end. Dying of death. This is one messed up foot. That makes no sense. It's kind of ugly. It's fine, I guess. Actually, I don't feel like listening to Undertale. It's giving me a bit of a headache. No. Not in a very chipper mood. Let's see. Copyright for music. Sorry, guys. Okay, this is copyright free. Hopefully, we don't get stricken to this. Stricken? Stroked. Striked. Okay, but this is not at all what I was hoping for as music. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I guess I don't mind lo-fi. Yeah, let's go for this. Just, I don't know why the Undertale's music was giving me like a kind of a headache, weirdly. We're gonna have to delete that line. Can I even make a straight line? Come on. Oh, that looks rough, buddy. Probably if I... it's too round. Problem. Maybe if I throw it since the beginning here. Just a little. Or the other way around. Man, there is no way to make that line. Come on. Come on, stick the landing. Stick the landing. Come on. Does that look better? Get off. Ah. It doesn't. Kind of looked better with a round neck. Weird. Well, we'll do a very subtle line, I guess. Connected here with the jaw. Kinda. Still not right. Still not good at all, but I guess it's better than whatever was going on with the previous neck. Here. The level of music is actually not terrible. We got used to it. I don't know what I was doing with the previous foot there. Thank you. It is better. Slightly. Not in love with the general shape, actually. No say. It looks weird. But I didn't want the tail to be covering the entirety of the front, like with the other one. Gosh. But I'm not gonna worry too much about that because otherwise no lo voy a terminar. And that's not good. Not good at all. Also, is the music too loud? Is it okay like that? I don't know. I think that's better. Because I was doing nonsense in there. Pero Don Cangrejo, él es el número uno. Hey. Little cough pause. Blech. They're like the ridges where the lemon or the orange comes through, like the little veins. You know? Like these things. I didn't know where to put them other than that, and I wasn't sure if I should just take out an entire chunk. Like this. And have it exposed like that, you know? Like actually that might look kind of better. Like just having the little chunks of orange or lemon or whatever it's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't know. Arborito. I mean, is it okay though? I don't know. Because at the end of the day, if there's anything that looks better than that, I'm replacing it for sure. Because I'm not super in love with how it looks right now. I just didn't know how to make it look more citrusy, I guess. Okay. Just gonna do a line of the month here. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut off this entire. Yeah, there we go. Maybe the dip is too big, but I'll figure it out in a second. I mean, it's the skin peeling. It's the skin peeling, so I don't. Too thick. Like a 14 maybe. Not in love with it, but that's fine. I forget that now I'm able to do that. Bless clip on their new update, genuinely. Should I make the individual ridges? Like, if this is here, should I go wink wink and make the bumps? So it's more like a tangerine than... Because I feel it looks a little bit too flat, no? Maybe? Like instead of it just being this straight line, actually having the separation of the two, let's say, veins of the citrus. Kill. You know, I realized that I pick out a very bad hour to stream. In general, like, I know it's because it's my time zone and this is when I'm mostly free and I can make use of most of the day, but I know that either in other places or other people are actually busy. Like you. So I don't know if I should stream at night instead or just keep doing what I do, and since my streams are super long. Because most people at this hour are either in school or working or whatever. Because we're not that far away from other time zones, technically. At least, unless we're talking about European time zones, right? That's another deal. But well, at least we're not that far away from North American ones. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I still stream like 6 to 7 hours. You know, it's not. Uh, it's not like I only stream 1 hour. I have to be worried. I'm like, oh my gosh, people are gonna be sucked. Like I feel that people who want to join are able to. I just probably need to establish like, oh, the days that I'm gonna stream from so hour to then and whatnot, you know. Because I think that sometimes people are a bit more reluctant because it's like, oh, maybe I'm gonna miss this. I will miss the stream because I'm already 2 hours late. How come it's a better time? Well, that's like a good time actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm gonna start streaming at 6 and like, you know, there's there's time before we get to dinner and stuff like that, and you guys are still busy. Or for example, the days that I'm gonna make long streams, I can just cut off the time and be like, okay, the first part of the stream already happened, like from 12 or 11 something to 1 or 2, and then having a break instead of leaving the stream open, you know, because I know that sometimes I leave the stream open to let people join in, but first of all, I think that is internet consuming, then it gets laggy and stuff like that, and also I think that it's kind of confusing for people if I disappear for like 2 hours for lunch, because usually I stick around with you guys for lunch instead of returning immediately. So doing little cuts in the stream could be not a terrible idea. I'll pull this one here. I don't know, man. At this point, you're also my community manager. Sorry, guys. I know, I know, I know it's up to me, but like, I want to be able to reach people and making sure that the channel works as intended. I mean, yeah, right. Like, I think that it's a bit better to split the streams, and I think that that's gonna like help also in the system to be like, oh, you like you have this much activity in your channel because you're streaming twice a day. Like obviously, it's I'm basically doing the same stream, but it's not the same thing as like, oh, you open the stream at 11 and it stays without movement until like 6 when I'm done and stuff like that. Okay, to be honest, I'm not sure how the YouTube bot works anymore. I used to have an idea before I even started streaming. Same with the Twitch one. I used to have like a very clear idea of how most people said this is how you get into it. These are like the advantages, the disadvantages. But not anymore. And to be honest, I know that there's people who stream at the same time in Twitch and also here, or people that moved on to Twitch because they're no longer work here. But I don't know. I feel like I don't have the will to be doing that much movement. Like it's the same it's the same thing as my socials. Like I I have TikTok. I just don't upload anything there because I feel like it's gonna be another effort that I don't feel willing to handle, I guess. Like it's too much work. When I already put so much effort behind my Instagram, right? Like here I feel like getting into YouTube was not as hard as it should have been. Obviously because I've been working for a couple months now to get my avatar set up, to make OBS work, the monitors and stuff like that. But now if I moved on to Twitch, I feel like I would have to relearn everything. I would have to find a new audience. And I don't know. Like maybe it would work. Maybe like having a day of like, oh, you stream a couple of days here and then you move on to this one and stuff like that. That's how I know a couple of people do it. But I don't know. Way too much effort. Like I would like to make sure that this thing works out first, if that makes sense. Which is not that my YouTube is doing terrible, but like it doesn't have as much movement as it could have. Not yet, at least. Which obviously I basically just started posting. And I don't really post videos, so I don't have movement on that front. Like I know that what a lot of people do is that they clip parts of the stream. Yeah, you're completely right in that. Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say. Like a lot of people do like clips and stuff like that for their YouTube channels in shorts usually, so that then people are like, oh, these people stream, so I should be directed to this part here, right? But I don't really have someone that helps me clip, and it's kind of hard to clip things out of the stream usually. At least not without having to go all the way back and restarting, you know. So I'm happier just streaming, seeing how things work. I don't know. I personally enjoy that more. Because yes, it's like I know it's an extra effort, but I'm pretty sure I could do it. I mean, I just need to timestamp when something happens in the stream, because otherwise I'm gonna miss it. That is another thing that I was realizing. I don't have a clue of how to make the streams fit. Like you know the people uploading clips and stuff like that in YouTube Shorts. Like obviously it's a vertical format rather than horizontal like the screen for a live stream. How do I make that work? I would have to figure out a few things there. I'm not opposed to it, obviously. I'm not opposed to it. I just need to learn again, like everything I've been doing in the past few months. I need to learn how to do stuff like that, so it looks good, because I don't want it to look half baked. Because if I'm gonna get into something, it's like how I did my avatar. I like the previous one, but if I was gonna do this like quote unquote professionally, right? Like I wanted to make sure that it looked proper, like not just I kind of threw a PNG in there, which obviously that's what I did, but but actually sorry, I actually shaded this one and made sure that it looked good. So if I'm gonna be doing clips and stuff like that, I want to at least make them look proper, like make it look okay. Obviously, when this thing grows, I can hire an editor or something, but I don't have the resource. Okay, see you later. No, that's okay. That's okay. See you later. I think that obviously when we're streaming later, I don't know what I'm gonna be playing or what I'm gonna be doing, but you'll be more available, and that's okay. You do you. Good luck. Survive, please. Don't let them discourage you. Oh, never mind. I thought that you were saying that you were saying that you right now were getting the call. Never mind. Well, forget the encouraging things I said. Don't turn into a straight line. No! Hold on, I gotta load my nose real quick. I do not know past tense. Past. 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 I like it so much, honestly. Like I know people have their gripes with clip, but like, are you gonna tell me that this is not awesome? Like just being like, oh no, my line is just so terrible and garbage. Okay, you grab it, you stretch it out, and the fact that it keeps the thickness of your pen as it grows, like, can just go like this and return to a thinner line, and it's still gonna keep it, you know. That's just so cool. And being able to take apart like the at least not the entire line, but most ridges of the line, and be like, oh, I'm gonna throw it here or here, or deciding I want it to be polylinear or like straight lines instead of just being the curve. I don't know. It's kind of cool. This whale has no front teeth, apparently. No. That's not how it works, I'm pretty sure. Because whales don't have teeth in the first place. That doesn't matter. We're not gonna judge anatomically what is happening here, because in the first place, this is not a normal whale. So, leave me alone. Oh, what are you gonna do with the whale? Are you gonna do a whale, or are you gonna do a like a cow, or a narwhal? Could do like a fruit, what is it called in English? Un pincho? A skewer, that thing, like a fruit skewer. Oh, you're still finishing the owl, right? Never mind. I won't pressure you. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, that's not one. This one. I'm sorry. I apologize. I did not mean to pressure you. Makes sense. Like a lemon lime, like the green one. Because I was gonna make this one an orange, but I'm starting to think that the lime might be a little better. Just to have green. Limon. Why do you not have an avocado in the thing? I don't know why I did not come up with an avocado. I just didn't. I don't know. Una palta. Right, yeah, you have a point actually. The membrane separating off of the thing. Like, yeah, I mean it's fine. Also, I don't like that this is a perfect triangle. I don't know. I'm not sure how to fix that. Like I wanted it to read as skin coming off, but I don't know if that, for example, that makes sense. Does that make any sense? I don't think so. Man, I hate being congested. I feel like so lightheaded. I have way too many yellow characters. I realized that I made a couple of bad decisions when writing the calendar. But to be fair, I gotta admit, and to people in the future watching this as well, I did not think I did not think it through, to be honest. Like I added things without much thought because I make this during October or even before sometimes. But this year I did it during December, like at the very end of December, the very end line of December. I didn't really think about like I didn't think about what I was doing. Pretty bad decisions. How do I peel the skin? Oh gosh. Let me check it. Reference. Tangerine peeling. Complicating myself even more epically. No, previous image. Like that one better. No! Jesus Christ. The Bing AI search, the Bing image search is Garby. Like honest, true, 100% Garby. So hard to find anything that works. Is that a Coldplay song? Copyright managers of Coldplay, please don't come after me. That's clearly a cover of the song. I am not even profiting off of this, so please don't murder me in my sleep. Kind of gruesome. I don't listen to Coldplay much. Not anymore, at least. I remember that there was a little facet. I don't know. What is it called? Little face? No, I don't know. Whatever. There was a portion of my teenage years, early teenagers, preteen, pre-teenagers actually. I cannot say that that was very far, like a long time ago, but like I remember listening to that. This one, Yellow. I don't remember which one is the other one. That I listened to them way too much. It's not that I dislike them. It's just that I don't think that they're particularly entertaining. If I knew that they wouldn't murder me via copyright and strikes, I would so be listening to Sleep Token right now. It's a weird system, actually. I don't know why, but um, as far as I know, Twitch allows you to play copyrighted music because their policies are different, right? As far as I understand, it's because you don't really profit off of Twitch, but rather you profit off of the donations and stuff like that. Like, yes, there are people who can, after a very long time, can add ads to their Twitch stuff, but like the main profit is not directly from the company, but rather like the people that are giving up their money. That's another thing that I kind of have a gripe with against YouTube, and I'm not saying this so that they come and take me. Like, I think in most aspects I prefer the streaming here because I understand it easier. But I cannot profit off of my streams. I do not get donations. I do not get anything off of my streams. Because you need a set of requirements. Rather than just verifying yourself like you do in Twitch here, you have to do like a ton of requirements, like even just to get donations. You have to like have a certain amount of subscribers, have a certain amount of people that subscribe monthly to your channel. If you're gonna be aiming for the stream one rather than the profit of rewatches, it kind of forces you to have like, oh, you have to watch like 300 and I don't know what in 1 hour, and I don't know, it's complicated. It's very, very difficult to have like the monetizations here. And that's just the monetization of people being allowed to give you super chats and stuff like that. Like, that's not even talking about the actual requirements for monetizing the videos, which we're talking about of like by monetizing is like the ads and stuff like that. We're talking about like, oh, you're gonna get like you need like 5,000 and something subscribers and several hours of rewatches and stuff like that. So it's kind of wild. I get why YouTube does it, obviously, because they're paying you for this. But at the same time, I feel if you already verified, if your channel is like this amount of time long, I don't think that it has to be this aggressive regarding the donations, particularly because at the end of the day, even if you have like the monetization, I get it. The YouTube doesn't want to pay anyone like who is not really up, like giving something for the platform. But at least the donations, why in the world are they gatekeeping them so much? That's actually the only reason why I would like to try my luck kind of half streaming here and the other place, because it's like maybe at least there I could get, I don't know, like $1 monthly, you know? Like, that's something. Like, there is something behind it that might give me an impulse, rather than just, oh, you first have to get like this set of 7,000 requirements. But again, I don't know. We will need to talk with you and you, Mr. Community Manager, made this account to watch ya. You need to help me with that. But otherwise, I think that there's just, I don't know, it's just too much work. Also, hi, Jester. Hi. Gosh. Tell us a story. What sort of story? And why a story? That's such a weird request. Wrong ago. A scary story. I don't know, man. I mean, actually, that's something I wanted to do, but I kind of want a partner to do that because I want to laugh with them. I really, you know how we listen to Creepcast sometimes? I would love to be able to have just a random stream making fun of something like a like really dumb creepypasta with someone, or actually finding like good stories. But I feel like that's something that I would like to have someone to chat up with, because it's just I don't know. I feel like that would be great. That would be so fun. But I don't know many people who are like, oh, actually, like I'm able to, you know. But I guess I can talk about my favorite. Um, my favorite. Are we talking about ironically favorite or like actually favorite that I think that it's actually like a good example of storytelling and that it's amazing? Because if it's ironic, I kind of like Jeff the Killer. I'm about to Jeff that kills you, said Jeff the Killer. You'll be Jeff the Killed, said Jeff the Killer. It's Jeffing time, said Jeff the Killer. Make a choice? Fine. Okay. I guess I can talk about the okay one. I like Penpal. Penpal is very good. But other than Penpal, something that I can actually talk with, uh, I really like uh, creepypasta that, yes, Jeff is such a nice person. We know this to be true. I like a creepypasta that started originally in r slash no sleep or other ones. That is called I'm a Search and Rescue Officer. Really, really proper. Um, like out of all the creepypasta that ever I've ever read, I think that I can actually say with complete confidence that uh, I'm a search and rescue officer for the U.S. Forest Service is like really really good. I think that it's from 2015. As far as I remember, it's by someone named Carrie Hammond. I think she's great, absolutely amazing in general. Like her stories actually really hit harder. Mostly because it's paced really well. Like she knew what she was doing. Obviously, she's an actual writer rather than just someone that jumped in and said, "Oh, I'm gonna write this random thing," you know. Pretty good in general. As far as I know now, her stories are novelized as well. So it's not just like in a random website. Which I appreciate, of course, because that is the same that happened with Penpal, right? Like the story actually can be appreciated by more people than just being like, oh, it's dumb. The worst creepypasta that I know. Okay, look. we can talk about really like lowbrow ones, like I said earlier, Jeff the Killer is. But we're talking about what's the name of the original? The Saurus version. It's rough, right? It's badly written. It's really terrible. But if we're talking about, oh, this is not just because, I guess Jeff the Killer is obviously written by a person who was the age of Jeff. I cannot blame it. Happy Happy is terrible. It's so bad. It's genuinely one of the worst things ever. It's badly written. It has a very dumb story. For some reason, it it ties in with 9/11 at some point. I'm not even joking. And it's weird because obviously I don't know how to explain it. It's a creepypasta that has like 50 entries during the time of its run. And the thing that I mentioned of the towers, I would love to say, oh, it actually ties in because the story leads to so and so. No, they just mention it. The main character just witnesses it. At no point does it have to do with anything. I think that the writer just wanted to add something like, oh, this is a creepy thing from real life that happened, so I need to add it into my story because that way it's more edgy or something like that. I don't know what he was doing. It's bad. Another one that is pretty terrible. Happy Happy is terrible. I hate it with a passion. Because it's so long. It genuinely is so long. It never ends. Like, at least I can say that Jeff the Killer is bad, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. It doesn't overstay its welcome. But Happy Happy goes on forever. And it doesn't stop, but it keeps going, and it's so terrible. One that I unironically laughed at because of how bad it was, and and you can say that this is true, Nate, because you know it. There's this little creepypasta named "The Thing in My Basement is Getting Better at Mimicking People." It has a good premise, overshadowed by someone apparently getting bored. I don't know how to explain it. The person who that wrote this just like I'm not even kidding. If at some point you particularly are up to it and want to hop on Discord or something and want to read it with me, please, I beg of you. I need someone else to experience this with me. It's bad. Like, at some point the person that wrote the creepypasta just lost their marbles and started writing the most nonsensical things. Because it goes from a creepy story that actually has like very good potential and being like, this happened, this is the setup, this is the monster, these are the people involved. And then it goes to having schlocky action kind of dialogue. There's a point where, I'm not even kidding, I'm dead serious. The main character goes, if that thing says free, it could be a real problem. And you can't let that happen, am I right? And the other character goes, we can't let that happen. And then there's a point where the character goes, so, Monster Hunter, am I right? I'm not even joking. It's foul. It's so terrible. I haven't read the entirety of the thing, but like, it is so unironically terrible that I love it. It makes my day every time I remember it. I actually figured out it existed because of Creepcast, the Creepypasta podcast by Wendy Goon and Mid Canyon, right? And I was wondering, are they like bluffing? Are they seriously just being like, oh, it's funny because it's so bad? No, I'm not even kidding. I tried to read it because I was like, no, there's probably potential here. There's something somewhere in this story. There has to be like something that works. No, it's bad through and through. Through and through. is just straight up. It goes from the beginning that it's actually kind of dark, kind of like weirdly depressing. Like the main character loses his sister. The sister apparently was dealing with some mental health issues and was trapped during the pandemic. By the way, it's a very recent creepypasta, which I figured out was weird because I was like, wow, it's kind of strange to see creepypasta this modern. You know, like people don't really talk about modern creepypasta, but he goes through this entire story being like, oh my gosh, this happened, and he meets a cop that has information regarding his sister, and they listen to this like files, like sound files that the sister was collecting of her experiencing paranormal things in her own house. And in general, it was okay at the beginning. The setup of the monster was cool. It's just, I'm not even kidding. There's a part where they're discussing, so it's a skinwalker. They don't go anywhere with that, by the way. They just wanted to mention it, I guess. Like generally, I think that if you're, oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a little tangerine whale. It's like my whale design that I use for my shirt. Just I decided to pop it open like this because why not? Like generally, as I was saying, like if you're willing to sit down one day and just get on stream real quick and we we make fun of a couple of these things, it'll be great. I think that in general, I love that. I love reading bad creepypasta, and I love being surprised by decent creepypasta out of the sudden. Like it's just, for example, at first when I was reading, I forgot what it's called right now. It's something about the space station. It's I don't remember, but there's this astronaut that is experiencing like these really weird things in a spaceship after they get stuck. I think it's called I think it's literally called "There's Something Outside of My Space Shuttle." Wait, let me check. I think I read it recently. It should be here in my file somewhere. Red Tower, Greywater, Borrasca. Oh, that's another one. Borrasca is scary, but it's kind of like horror beyond more like a real creepy thing rather than I don't know. I forgot it. This is not Diania House. Diania House is another one. It's about cannibals. It's pretty good. Another one that I would recommend that it's actually kind of good. It's called I'm Blind, and I'm not sure how many steps my staircase has. So it's really good. It's really well written because it's all in the POV of a person that obviously is blind. So it's kind of creepy to experience like the sensations rather than being like I saw a scary thing at the corner of my eye or I saw a shadow at the corner of my room. Like instead of you're experiencing this story at the end of like of this person describing the how the air changes, how suddenly there's like a warm breeze and you realize, oh crap, it's not a breeze, you know, like it's breath rather than being like, oh, the air in the house is changing. In general, real good. That one is really good. I cannot find the name of that creepypasta for the life of me. I think it's called Smiling Ones on Space Station Near. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually kind of a part of the story. The thing is that this person moved recently, right? And they're getting used to their house again, and they are obviously as they're blind, they want to learn how many steps the house has, and they manage it. And they're like, okay, the house has this amount of stairs, so I have to be careful to do this and that. Suddenly, one day, the person wakes up, they're doing their routine, and they fall very shortly, right? Because there's just There's one change. There's one more step in the stairs, which is weird, right? Like there shouldn't be a step there, and the person is realizing like, did I count them wrong? Did something change or something like that? Like did I move something that was here before? And then like as the days progress, the house keeps getting more and more and more steps to the point where there's a part where the person can no longer go to the previous floor because they don't know where the end of the stairs are, and they hear at night that the shuffling, like someone is changing something within the house and going up and down the stairs. And it's cool because obviously you never see the monster because, well, yeah, you don't. The person never sees the monster. So yeah, it's like a really cool. Yeah, it's very psychological. It's very weird. And again, it's the scary part of like you're not used to like the typical creepypasta. Like there was a scary face at my window at night, or I saw something strange, something changed in my house. It's the fear of not knowing what is there at all ever, because obviously you never see anything, and you just are aware of things changing around you. And it's a very good one because at the end of the day there's a cliffhanger. Like they're writing like, I will try to reach the bottom of the stairs, and I will return and write like what my findings were. And that's where it ends because that leaves you to imply the person never found their way upstairs again. Like either something got them, or simply they just couldn't finish going down the stairs. Which is horrifying. That's a terrible concept. Like, it reminded me of I'm a search and rescue officer, where there's a part where a woman was trying to locate where she was in the forest with her family. So she started climbing up a tree, and she kept climbing and she kept climbing, and her family kept waiting for her below everything, and she never came down. Never. So they're implying like she just kept going up and up and up and up, and she just never came down. Which is horrifying. Like I hate that. Oh no, it's Jeff the Kills in my room. Do you know the obscure origin of that thing? Not the image, because the image is obviously like there's a whole story behind the origin of the image. But did you know that Jeff the Killer is not even a character originally from that creepypasta? Like the earliest record of Jeff the Killer is not even from a story, like not a written one at least. The first record that we have of Jeff the Killer existing in the internet is from a YouTube video by a guy explaining the character from what we can assume are roleplay site. Like very, very super early on in the history of the internet. We're talking about like YouTube was in its early stages. This is considered lost media. Like the only way that people found out about this is because of the Wayback Machine, which is like the best way to find internet information. But like that's like the first record that we have of Jeff the Killer. A random dude exposing the character like, oh, this is it. Like this is my character. This is my original character, guys. Which makes all the sense in the world because look at the date that it came out. Like we're talking about the same date, or not the same date, but like along the same years where the Dark Knight came from, like the Batman. And it's just so obviously a teenager being really impressed by Heath Ledger's Joker. Like, I'm not even kidding. And from this, the person that wrote the Soros version, the original creepypasta of Jeff the Killer, used an image found on a board, which is where the image came from. And that's how the story started. It's really weird. Like, as much as we think of Jeff the Killer has such an like it must have like a very basic origin. It's just the story, right? Like, no, there's a way clearer origin for Slenderman, for example, which we know it's an image that came from somethingawful.net, which is like an image board that was originally meant for like making Photoshop of scary images and stuff like that. Like that's where Slenderman came from, obviously. But Jeff the Killer has such a weirdly interesting origin. And not even talking about the image. Like, the image is completely lost media where it came from. But what we can assume is that originally was something meant to bother someone. Like, it was originally... Yeah, because we know that there is it probably came from 4chan, probably. But as far as we know, the original picture before the editing is lost media, in the sense that people that were in the image board deleted it. They ensured that the identity of the original person did not come through. And yeah, to this day, there's no origin of the original picture. There's a lot of fakes. There's a lot of like, oh, this is the original, and it's not. But as far as we know, actually the reason why it's lost media is to protect the original person. The person that was the image unedited. Because as far as we know, the image of that we now know as Jeff the Killer, you know, like the original quote unquote, the famous one, was made to bother someone, obviously. Like, it was as an act of bullying, because God knows, people in the internet are weird and mean. So a group of people, as they tend to do when there's white knights in the internet, thankfully, made sure that the image did not exist. There's no record of anything. And it actually is better if like it stays like that, because imagine the repercussions of like, oh, we found the original image actually, and it's this person, and actually this person is here in the internet now, and this is what they do. No. Like, apparently they worked together to make sure that the image did not come to light ever, which is kind of a weirdly kind act by people from 4chan, which is weird. But yeah, that's how it came to disappear. It's not lost media unintentionally, but rather that people ensured that it stayed as lost media. So yeah, that's Jeff's the kills you for you. Which is, again, it's weird. You would think that he has such a simpler origin than that, but no. The first super original, obviously after Slenderman, it's like it actually has kind of like an interesting backstory behind it. Also, another thing that I have to mention, and it's a gripe that I have, how people talk a lot about like Ben Drowned, you know, the one that is the Ocarina of Time, or the Majora's Mask creepypasta. It's kind of bad. Like, it has a good section, and then it just goes downhill. Like, don't get me wrong, it has very good production. The person that made it, well, edited their videos really well, modded their game, modded their game, to ensure that the experience was not lost. But Ben Drowned is so bad. Like, like 40% of that creepypasta is not even digestible anymore because there's like just logs of the person talking. Yeah, exactly. It goes off the rails. Like, this actually an evil AI that does this and so and that, and it's like I kind of lost it after the point where the ghost of the machine was no longer interesting. Like, it threatened to kill this guy several times during the story and being like, "Oh, I'm gonna bend it around you," and then it just goes off the rails, and there's not even anything of the original story anymore, and it's so upsetting. Like, I know it's not particularly brilliant beyond the videos, but gosh, do I hope it had more than what it is. But what else? What else? I don't know. It's like there's Laughing Jack. It's also terrible. Yeah, I'm going to bend it round. You said bend round. Slenderman said, "I'm going to Slenderman you," or something like that. I don't know. Something. I'm not even getting into Laughing Jack. That one is just a whole mess. Or the original Goldman story. Phew, rough. Terrible. There's no story. I'm not even kidding if I told you that you can read the Laughing Jack story in like 10 or 15 minutes. And going fast, like no pauses. It's it's very bad. There's no backstory, there's no anything. Like, it's literally just a character that was born out of someone trying to be edgy and being like, I can make a gory story and something awful is gonna happen here. That's it. It's one of those few creepypastas that I can say with complete confidence that it was made with malicious intent in a degree. Like, it was just a teenager being, oh my gosh, I love being dark and saying horrible things in the internet, and I'm gonna write this. And it's like, okay. Didn't need the vivid description of a toddler being murdered, but okay, thanks. And then people started giving it like this whole other backstory of like, oh, actually, Laughing Jack used to be an actual imaginary friend, and he was so good, and something happened, and that's why he became evil. And I'm like, cool. Don't care. So, it's entirely the whole Lou becoming evil in the Jeff the Killer story. Just make a character as father, end them, give it a backstory at some point by a random person in the internet. What else? I'm exploding. I'm exploding. Yeah, Jane the Killer, Nina the Killer, the 7,000 other killers. it's honestly terrible. Which is it's weird how they just evolved to having so many characters. Like to a degree, I'm not gonna say like I didn't partake at some point in the Jeff the Killer universe because obviously I was in that age. I was very invested in creepypasta when I was like 12, but yeah, like definitely I knew that there was something up when they introduced Nina. Like at that point, there's like, oh gosh, people are doing bad writing here. Which it's weird that to me, it's weird that Jeff and yes, Slenderman actually has a mention. It's funny because this is actually something that was born from Marvel Hornets, the one that is like the video one. Which, by the way, people who have not watched Marvel Hornets, please give it a try. It's really good. It's so good. No, the forest is not his house. He has the forest, yes, but he has a mansion. Like, obviously, there's a point in which, Johnny, I'm sorry. There's a point in which obviously there just doesn't make sense. They just use this in the weirdest way possible for stories, but originally, I'm gonna explain what the house is and I'm gonna explain what's up with Nina. The house in Marvel Hornets is not necessarily like a house where he lives, as far as I understand, and because it's not been revealed, they are still working through that. Recently, the developments of Marvel Hornets is that basically the house is kind of a conversion place. Because you know that Slenderman has his proxies, right? So that's like the place where the proxies remain, and like the ones that are active at least. Because obviously, as much as the proxies have kind of superior strength and are smarter, at the end of the day, they're still humans. So the house is mostly for the proxies and for the brainwashing sessions, which awesome, good for him, I guess. The other thing is that obviously they kind of messed up the story later on and being like, actually, this is where all the proxies live because they have their own personalities and are friends and stuff like that. Like, we're talking of early creepypasta. We're not talking of Marvel Hornets because in Marvel Hornets, again, just conversion house. That is where they remain. That is like the center of operations. Because remember that to some point, Slenderman in Marvel Hornets is like an eldritch monster. He's not really a character in itself. It's more like a presence. In the creepypasta fandom, the house usually is literally the kids' house. And that's where you get all this the slice of life stories of like Masky, Hoodie, and all the other ones. Which, good for them, I guess. Don't know if a psychopath murderer needs a slice of life, but good for them. So anyway, that's what's up with the Slenderman mansion. However, who's Nina the Killer? Nina is a mess. I'm not gonna say that Jane's story is good. Jane's story is also terrible. But Nina is Jeff's love interest, right? Jane's purpose in life is being a better Jeff. That's why she has a similar name. That's why she's so like, oh my gosh, I need to kill him. Also, I'm not even kidding. I don't know if you remember the backstory of Jane. Jane the Killer is literally a government experiment. Because the FBI cannot defeat Jeff the Killer. They cannot catch him. They cannot beat him. So they create a second one to be able to defeat him because she has the perfect blood type. I'm not even joking. That's a line in the story. She goes, oh my gosh, I have the perfect blood type to defeat Jeff the Killer. Don't ask me what that means. Is it O negative? It's A positive? God knows. Just, she's just that cool, I guess. So obviously Jane is a self-insert, right? Like, duh. It's either a self-insert or it's someone trying to be like, oh, Jeff is so lame. I gotta be better than the boys and I gotta make this one because sure. Nina is self-insert, but a self-insert of someone that for some reason likes Jeff romantically and wanted to write their own story regarding the character. Exactly. Look, this is just the. That was. Eso fue un gallo terrible. Jesus Christ. Exactly. Anyway. But exactly. It's the same solution as every modern movie. Like, we need to make them fight. Release the Kraken. Like, the. I don't think the solution is setting up another person that is immune to bullets out into the world, but sure, go ahead. Pop off, girly. That's exactly my point when I was reading it. I was like, okay, the FBI, the government, the SWAT team, the people that are supposed to be able to take down any crime people, cannot find this kid with a knife. This is not a terrorist. This is not someone that is like, I'm gonna blow up the train station in the next 5 hours. No. We're talking of a teenager who, at the point the story was, couldn't have been older than 15. Right? At the or less. Because as far as I remember, Lou is like 11 by the point of the Jeff the Killer story. That's his age. So, if we're saying that Lou is 1 or 2 years younger, we're talking of a 15-year-old, 14-year-old Jeff the Killer. Some time passed between the Jeff the Killer creepypasta and the Jane one. Jane says that like a year happened at best. A year! The FBI is looking for this 15-year-old because, oh my gosh, he's so dangerous. We can't do anything about him. Someone needs to contain him. Let's make another one. It's just the logical solution. That's just how you handle things clearly. And it's ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's so bad. But again, at least the person that wrote this was trying to make a cool character and being like, oh, this is my moment to make a character. Like, okay, fine. It's bad? Yes. Is it not properly written? Absolutely not. But at least she tried. And the author is a girl. That's for certain. Because she still writes. And actually, she improved. Thank God. Like, she's still kind of active in r/no sleep. Which, good for her. The person that made Nina the Killer is off the internet. We don't know anything about her. They ran her off. There's zero data on what in the world is up with her now. Which, I guess that's okay, because I'm pretty sure that people were not very happy with the creepypasta, and that's why she is not anymore in the scene. Because it was early internet, and people in the early internet, well, people in the internet are always terrible. But early internet was worse, because there was no filters, there was no nothing. They probably did horrible things. So this person is no longer in the fandom. This person is no longer in anything. We don't know anything about this person. Just that Nina the Killer still exists in our hearts and minds, and we're scared of her. Because it's really concerning. And I know that teenage years are years of discovery, and you're trying to figure out yourself. I still don't think that I personally ever said, oh wow, this serial killer from a fictional story is so handsome. Mind you, the kid that is burned with bleach and alcohol, you know, that one that has severe burn scars, has no eyelids, cut his face open, that person. I don't think that there was ever a point in history where you can say confidently, oh my gosh, this character is so attractive, I need to make a self-insert and ship myself with this character. You know? And I know this is rich coming from someone that is from the from the Transformers fandom, where this happens a lot. But we can argue the fact that sure, you rewrite stories, you see that at least some characters have like redemption arcs to some degree, fine, that's okay. At what point is there anything salvageable in the teenage murderer? Genuinely, like actual honest question. What is there in this character that someone could say, oh my gosh, I need him? Yeah, Mr. Go to Sleep? Are we talking of the same guy? So that's kind of like, and actually, as far as I understand, listen, no. I repeat, and I say it again. Listen, while I'm not the type to ship myself with characters, I know that there are characters that very much are like, oh, it's okay. Like I don't mind it. I can. At least you're not going for Megatron. I will be worried. You know. Respectfully, I would be very worried if Megatron was your aim. But Starscream is just weird. Like Starscream is just a little guy. You know what I mean? Like there's so many points in which Starscream has redemption arcs that at some point you have to agree that okay, maybe if the writers make this on purpose, they definitely want him to be at least to some degree relatable. Which I agree. I find Starscream a relatable character. I don't find myself related to Jeff the Killer at any point. Surprisingly. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. But that's my point. Like, I know that he has and have fangirls, but at which degree are we losing our minds enough to be interested romantically in a character like this? You see, that's the thing. Like I get it from characters like that. Because there are characters that are made to be relatable. Even okay, even if I said the thing about Megatron and being like, I'll be concerned if you were after Megatron. Sure, I can even still agree that to a point you can still feel related to Megatron in his search for power and thinking that he's doing the right thing. You know? Fine. Like I can say that about a lot of video game characters, a lot of villains, of a lot of anything. There's no redemption in that other character. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's just that since there were no other teenage characters in the internet fandom or something, the people started going wild. Like, I don't really know where it started. I don't really know why people just became frantic regarding him. That or Slenderman. Like, dude, that thing doesn't have a personality. He doesn't have a face. Like, there's not an ounce of character in that thing. Because again, if we're going by the original reference of Slenderman, like the something awful forum one, or if we're going for the Marble Hornets Slenderman, we're talking of a eldritch thing. It's like someone saying, Cthulhu, yes. Like, no. What are you doing? But obviously, like, again, what is wrong with you? Dude, I was trying to defend you. I was trying not to speak ill of you, but you're exposing yourself in public right now. Like I was like, you're not that insane. You would not do that. And no, please don't you dare compare him to Soundwave. Don't do that. No. I was trying to make you look good, but right now I cannot even defend you. Mr. Community Manager, ban her, please. Do something. Dear beloved coach, please do something. Stop her. Do something, don't just laugh. I was trying to defend her and she comes up with this stuff, dude. Like, I know I have weird taste, but come on. What is wrong with you? Why are you on her side? I'm demoting you. You know what? You'll no longer be moderator. How dare you? No. We're not even gonna get into Gaster. No. Listen, like, okay, fine. Let's say in the rare case where I don't judge you for going after Slenderman. Fine. Okay? I get it. As much as the original character doesn't have a personality, as much as he's a weirdo and murderer and abductor, fine. But Gaster doesn't even have a personality. Like, in no media. Like, at least I can excuse the fact that Slenderman, in some interpretations, he's kind of like, oh, actually, I have a personality and I have like this goal or whatever. Like, I get it. Where do you see Gaster? I don't know, man. Like, the only hint of a personality we got of Gaster is him going insane in the dark in his logs. Yeah, actually, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm trying to defend you. You know what? Chat, shame her. Public shaming. Today at 3 p.m. It's gonna be like a witch trial. That's not personality! That's just a madman going deeper into his madness. Jesus Christ, you scare me. You know what? Fine. I don't have anything else to say. I don't think I can hold on much longer. I genuinely tried. Try not to make you look bad, but come on. I can't anymore. I hope your future husband looks at this chat at some point and he just feels terrible. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I did not mean it. Now she's gonna say something like, my future husband, of course, Gaster. And I'm gonna cry. I swear, I'm gonna cry. Ban her, please, before you leave. Yes, don't okay than me. I assuming your waving hand means that we have lunch, right? I'm guessing. Yes, we do. Oops, sorry, mom. Okay, we'll have lunch then. Okay, fine, I believe you. Trust me. I trust you. Okay, I think that we are gonna leave it there because lunch is ready and my mom will get mad. So I'm gonna hit save on this. It's looking good. It's looking very good. I will stream after lunch, by the way, but I think we're gonna play or something. Or I don't know if you're available today. Like, I'm assuming no. But either reading or gaming or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna oh, sorry. Gosh, my throat. I'm gonna leave it here just because I realized that probably this is gonna be better for later on. And I'll probably send you the link for the stream for later. Anyway, thank you for coming around for now. We'll be back later after lunch. See ya, bye-bye, goodbye. Something. I think I was gonna do Day by Daylight, actually. And to be fair, I don't have Roblox in this PC. I haven't installed it. You know, I'm fighting with the CEO. Oh gosh. Bye.